All right, welcome back to Mike Costello Outdoors. I'm glad you're here. Today we are at the Sand Dune Archery Club. I'm a member here. I got my bow fixed, got my new rest in. I appreciate everybody's comments, giving me recommendations. I'm just not a fall away rest guy. I do a lot of stalking through the woods for hogs, also deer. And I need a rest that will actually hold my arrow and not bounce around, make a bunch of noise, which is why the Whisker Biscuit is a good rest for that. But what I ended up going with was the NAP Capture Quick Tune 360. It's a capture rest, kind of like the Whisker Biscuit, but it doesn't have all those bristles around it. But I've been out here at the range I just got it all put on, got it all tuned, and got it all squared up. I'm hitting getting good groups. All right, so I lost train of thought walking across here, but anyways, it's called the NAP Quick Tune 360 by New Archery Products. Special shout out to Hunters and something that got it sent to me quick. It was supposed to be here on the 12th. It actually got here on the 10th, so appreciate that. But that is the rest right there. All right, now this is an older model rest. The rest that I really wanted was the G5 Halo. I had that on my old Stinger a long time ago, and I absolutely loved that rest. I searched and searched and searched, could not find one, but I found that one. It's kind of similar. I still like the G5 better, but that one's okay. But I'm getting good groups. So let's get started. I got target set up down here. I got some Walmart arrows here. I got some Walmart broadheads in my bag. Bought a box of them, or a 12 pack of broadheads. They kind of look like the dead meats. I think they're called dead meats or something like that. I don't know. But they're a replica broadhead or a copycat broadhead. But I spun a bunch of them. I'll add that video in. I spun a bunch of them on the spine tester. There's a few that have a little bit of wobble, but not too bad. Also got the Walmart arrows here. All right, these both spun true, 29 inch, 350 grain, or 350 spine. Why do I always say grain? But we're gonna shoot those cheap broadheads, mechanical broadheads, into a pork shoulder. And I tried to find a pork shoulder that had the thickest layer of fat that I could find. All right, it's not frozen, it's soft. Listen how hard that is. That is crazy. But I want to test these broadheads through a pork shoulder because I'm going to be using them to hunt hogs. And hogs, you get up to around 150 pound hog, their shield could be at least 1 inch thick. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to get this all set up. I got those arrows tuned in to shoot, and we're gonna get set up, take a couple shots at this pork one, this pork shoulder. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna take this pork shoulder down here. This still does have the bone in it. You can see it right there. So we're gonna be shooting through bone as well. Yeah, I got high hopes. I hope. All those broadheads were pretty sharp coming out of the box. There was like one or two that were dull, not too bad, but for the most part, they're all pretty much sharp enough to go through something. But I'm gonna get this set up, and we're gonna take a shot at it. And then when I'm done, I'm going home to cook that thing. Here's the arrow, the Walmart Edge Real Tree arrow that I'm gonna be putting a broadhead on. Like I said, there's 12 of these in a pack. 12 of these broadheads in a pack. Alright, when they expand, that's what they look like expanded. I got the red color, but they come in blue, black, gold, a bunch of different colors. But for $15.99, I mean, you can't beat it. They are really, really sharp. Alright, but that's what they look like for $15.99 for a 12 pack. I think I hope if they can go through this pork shoulder I got down here, I ain't gonna have no problem hunting a hog with it. Alright, let's get going. I've been really excited to try this. I made this short a few days ago, waiting on this rest to come in from my bow, and I've been really excited to try this. Alright, here we go. This is the test. I hit it dead on. Look at that. Made a beautiful shot. Definitely went through that bone. Definitely went through the bone. We saw the shot. Went directly through that bone. Let's pull this back. Oh man, it went straight through that bone. Pull that back. Oh my gosh, that bone is like shattered. Yep. Oh my gosh, it definitely opened up. You can see it on the paper here when it come through. It definitely opened up. Look how wide that cut is. Oh, look at that cut. Look at that cut. Definitely went through that bone. Yeah. Well, yeah, look at that cut. That is crazy. Big old wide cut. Went in real small, but opened up beautifully. All right. That is awesome. That was awesome. That cut was 2 inches thick, 2 inches wide. That was awesome. That broadhead did awesome that first shot. Flew true, didn't wobble, went straight through. Flew perfect through the air. $15.99. That would have been a dead hog. That would have been an awesome blood trail. Let's shoot it again. Hit exactly where I was aiming at. Let's run down there and take a look. All right, you guys can see me, right? Yeah. All right, so let's pull this back. Oh yeah, it opened up again. Opened up good. Our rubber band is still good. That holds the broadhead in place. Oh my gosh. And we still got about 13, 14 inches of penetration. Those razor blades are still sharp. All right, so pull this broadhead out. Let's look at these cuts. All right, so that's the first cut there. That was our first shot. That's our second cut there. That's how big that cut is there. Man, I hit that bone. All right, so what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna flip the bag over this way and try to get dead on at that at that bone. I want to hit that bone head on. I don't know, that last shot must have messed my arrow up because now it's got like a kick to it. All right, I didn't hit exactly where I was hitting. This arrow's starting to fly weird. I did notice that the fletchings here are starting to tear where they've got their own pre-wrap on there. I don't know if that's got something to do with it, but went through, still hit the target though, a little far back than what I wanted. I'm trying to hit right here, but same thing again. We got a 2-inch cut. Don't want to lose my rubber band. Arrow went in right there that time, came out the back, and still got a big 2-inch cut. It's crazy. All right, let's do it again. Oh, it definitely hit that time, hit different. That definitely sounded like we smacked bone that time. I'm gonna turn that camera this way so you can see down there. Oh boy, I think we definitely hit bone that time, because it definitely, the shot definitely sounded different. Oh, it's stuck too. Stick my hand in the hole. Oh yeah, we went right straight through that bone. Yeah, we went straight through that bone. I'm just trying to follow the shaft of the arrow. Went straight through the bone. All right, so let's pull this. That's probably not good for the veins. Oh yeah, came out right here. Yep, there's my finger there. Is that a piece of the bone or the broadhead? But touching my finger right here. Another big 2-inch cut. Man, that hole is crazy. Let's see what that broadhead looks like. Ah, we did. Hit that bone, the broadhead broke. Broke clean off, going through that bone. But we still, the other blade did deploy. So that is the blade inside there that I'm feeling. That's stuck in that bone. I'm gonna be careful sticking my finger in there so I don't cut myself. But that broadhead did break, hitting that bone. Man, I want the piece that broke off. There we go. So that's what it looks like there. Definitely sheared completely off. But that other blade did deploy, and that's how we got that big hole. That's the hole right there. That's still a decent sized hole. Man, that is cool. All right, so the arrow held up, started flying wonky after a few shots and hitting that target, hitting that pork. That broadhead, I shot it 4 times, maybe 5. I have to go back through. I know at least 4, but once we hit that bone square on, it broke the blade off. But I hope you guys enjoyed this test. I'll leave the links all to the description. I'll show you that these spin true. There was some that had a slight wobble in them. The arrows spun true, no issues. The fletchings hold up, but the way they got them wrapped, the wrap is starting to crack. But going through a pork shoulder like that, with that 1/2 inch thick and it hitting the bone and it's still penetrated through, I would use them to hunt hogs. I would even use them to hunt deer. So tell me what y'all think in the comments. I hope you guys like stuff like this. And if you guys do, I'll get some more broadheads and we'll try it again. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit that ring bell, hit that notification button so you know when I drop a new video. I've been trying to post as many videos as I can, and I'll see y'all next time. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you.